and a black couple are furious about an improper stop and search by the police. On the plus side, it could have been worse. It could have been American police, Lewis.
Oh, stop and search. If we moved on from that. Okay, well, this is a fantastic story because it's like every single day in policing everywhere around the world. Met officers fired for gross misconduct finding over stop and search of black athletes. The police up there in Maida Vale stopped a guy driving a Mercedes and two black people and then they lied about it. They lied why they stopped the guy. And according to this ruling, they said they didn't stop the guy because they smelled weed in their car because they were two athletes.
Yes, they get drug tested, so there's no way they'd be smoking weed.
Right.
Walking through London, you do smell weed quite a lot. I don't know if it could have come from a house nearby or something like that.
It could have been, but at the end of the day, here's two. This is the police. I mean, I've had some dealings with the police, and
I believe you.
I have just recently, and they lie. They lie.
Conclusive.
These people were trying to make a case and saying they were stopped for being black, which they might have been. It's probably they were. I've never been stopped for being white, but they might have been.
Well, I would say that that's conjecture. I'd say it's fashionable conjecture at the moment. I'm not saying that it's impossible. I mean, smelling weed in London is not impossible for a start. Did they know they were black? I mean, they were in Maida Vale. I think that's important to point out. They weren't in an area well known for criminality, shall we say. I think it's difficult to know for sure whether those police officers knew when they stopped that car there were two black people in there. They certainly knew from that
car,
point
not
on.
Windows.
I'm not suggesting that, Leo, sorry, but trying desperately to keep a straight face. I think this can only be an assumption, however. There were a couple of things going on here, because the panel did acquit the officers of gross misconduct over their decision to stop the car the athletes are in and to handcuff them. So they were saying the way they went about the arrest wasn't wrong, and that was fine. Right. So the assumption is all around whether they lied, which is proven. This is proven that they did. Yeah. But even bigger assumption that they were black. And I don't know how we can prove that those officers thought that they were black when they pulled them over.
I'll bring you back to the concept of looking through a window and seeing someone's face, Paul.
But when you pull these people over, do you get that opportunity? What I'm trying to do here, without sounding racist in any way, is there's obviously two sides to this. These guys have lost their careers. We've got a policing shortage. So do we want to be chucking away good police officers? The argument is, are these good police officers?
No, I worked as a criminal intelligence analyst, and young black men are overrepresented as perpetrators of a lot of crimes. So they are overrepresented in stop and search statistics as well. But if you stop a couple, this is a couple with a baby in the car, then that's not. Yeah. They're not overrepresented in any statistics. Regardless of. By the way,
But the point is, why were they being stopped? Why should anyone be stopped in this country? They know where people live. If they're looking for them, they'll look for them. Just because a guy's driving by, cops are allowed to stop people?
I've only ever been pulled over 3 times, and all 3 times I've been driving back from GBN. Yeah. Because it's late at night. And
they've got nothing to do, and they should mind their own business. Were you breaking the law? If you were speeding, they should be able to pull you over. If you were driving erratically, you should be pulled over. But just for being a random citizen, I'm totally against it. What kind of police state is this? Right. It's the same thing in America.
And this is the start of Lewis's run for mayor. Yeah.